out. The teams are heading in, and we'll go into the game as well. Quick smoke out from Nemesis.
Everybody in this lobby has the Nemesis team pack. All spamming the chat wheel line. Lovely stuff. Here we have smoke from Nemesis already coming out on the map. Take a look at those. Those facets as well. It just feels like Falcons went out and everyone was like, okay, we buy all of their voice packs.
Ooh. Oh, here we go. They're going up.
Yeah. Well,
both teams are fighting.
There's a load of shit there. I want to fight this. Yeah, 5 on 5. Into the two-man burst strike. Crit is low, trying to skitter away. Mac is dropping, but they jump back in. Jing and Akashi. Slay crit, down you go. Mac and Skitter follow shortly after while Marine's being pummeled. Raven and Akashi on the Sanking's tail to take another name. 3-2, and Snaking's gonna, his little creep is gonna follow. Poor Chen losing his buddy.
So that worked out really, really well for Nemesis there. I thought the Falcons were a bit courageous to take the fight, but they maybe underestimated how much damage was going to come out there. And double kill for the Mirana as well. She's off to a very good start. Getting early magic stick and a ton of goodies sent out.
Oh, Eris is so rich right now. That's going to leave us with the 2-for-2 bounty runes. It looks like TA is going to have to make the long walk down to that southern one, but all good. Okay, I should grab that up. So Mirana and TA, top of the charts in terms of net worth already. That should give them a good, strong start to their lane.
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for Amar on his Mars. A lot of ranged poking and damage coming out here. And even playing the Chen against Mirana. Sure, she doesn't have the arrow level 1, but eventually she can kill your creep as well, insta with the arrow. Well, not the hero creep, I guess, but creeps that you take from the jungle.
Not the named one.
Exactly. You have your favorite son, essentially, when you play Chen. Oh, Amar? Yeah. Very close.
That's a lot of damage. He had a few one charges there, I guess, but still playing with fire in the face of that TA. I think Snaking should be able to rename this little creep, you know, Snaking Junior. Or every creep you summon should have Junior at the end of the name.
Yeah, it's the little favorite.
Snaking the third. Just mana burning away on that TA. Limit her resources as much as you can. And that third lane up top, Skitter, crit, the Hoodwink and the Weaver. Ooh. Jump back in from Raven and Jing though towards crit, trying to get on top of this. Hoodwink and succeeding so far. Not enough to finish it off, though. Back to farming creeps.
Quick by Raven. He was spamming the tango when Crit tried to go for the acorn shot in the bushwhack, so instant ate the tree, making the bushwhack not connect on anything.
Very nice.
Yeah, very heads up, keeping it. Almost wouldn't be surprised to see him get a Quelling Blade as well in this lane, just to, you know, always be able to cut those trees.
And then Hoodwink Weaver. Is this a better lane than having the Chen up here, or what's the deal with that?
I don't really know, to be honest. I feel like Hoodwink normally is used a lot together with Mars. So to me, this is very surprising, seeing Crit being up here, essentially the +5 role, and Snaking going to the off lane. I suspect the players are still going to play their intended roles and just, you know, we'll have most of it sentry spot by the Chen. But I don't know. They must favor having the ability to stop the Starbreaker. Because Bushwhack, you can stop Raven from using his combo. And they also will naturally stack up a lot, Marcy and Dawnbreaker, when they go on someone. Because Pick Me Up Facet. So that should set up for the Hoodwink to be pretty useful. I mean, that's what I read into it, at least.
I guess you're right. It's just having, like, Chen doesn't bring you any answer, right? He's just kind of dead weight to some extent in that top lane. Whereas Hoodwink can actually maybe, you know, turn around, kill, or stop the Weaver dying. Something can happen. It's more fun and interactive.
And reading more into it, you could say that the mana burn is more effective at making TA useless than making Dawnbreaker useless. Like, Dawnbreaker, she still doesn't really care that much. Yeah, losing mana sucks, but she's not as mana dependent as TA is. Because TA, without any mana to use Refraction or Meld, is gonna just struggle.
Garbage.
Also curious to see he went for the Void Blades TA, but does not have a point in the Meld yet. So far, not going back for it. He did skill Refraction for a level 1 fight, which made sense.
Yeah, of course. I guess we'll see him dip back into it shortly. Things calm down now a little bit after that flurry of action. I say that and Crit's just going to get blasted. After that first blood flurry of action, a little bit of calm until Raven decides with Jing to shut the door on him. While Eris and Snaking having a fight in the river. Arana jumps forward. Starstorm does clip Snaking there. Not enough to finish off the Chen though.
He's going to stay fine. Keep himself in safe area. At least his Mars is farming really well though. You know, the start from this lane, I thought that Mars was going to have a hard time, but Amar, as always, just impressing in his lane stage performance. 22-5 against the 20-1 TA.
Well, it's not really fair, is it? It's 3v2 lane. Mars
exactly.
and Chen have this.
It is a hero. Yeah, it's a little hero creep. So I'll give you that. 3v2. That mana burn. I wonder how much mana it's already burned this game. I feel like he's been using it off cooldown. There we go again. For Mirana.
Hundreds and thousands.
Yeah, it sends out a clarity, but I mean, can you really repair all the damage this creep is doing?
Not really. It's very obnoxious.
8 more seconds. Another mana burn is coming.
Well, at least they've already got like pre-revenge by blocking his camps. Oh, Crit's dead again. Raven having a great old time up top. Yeah, and the chat will spam continues.
They didn't even need to use rebound this time, so very strong combo. The damage coming out from the dispose and of course Dawnbreaker.
But yeah, some deep wards already going out. I think one's already been de-warded. That was spotted by Falcons as the Marcy got deep into that top jungle. We'll see if Falcons can reclaim their ancient area as well, because that's currently obsed and sentry. Now Sentry's coming into mid to spot Malrine. D-sentry there, so Sanking, knowing he's not safe, is going to sit atop his staircase to wait and see who comes.
Yeah, 6
so
minutes.
far, looks like Storm's having a pretty good time.
Definitely. But both of them are getting pretty good farm. More denies on the Storm than expected though, but as we see the teams settling for going 1 rune each, or going for either a rune check rather. Storm is going to be the lucky one getting that illusion.
And there's the D-ward into the jungle for Snaking and Malrine to come clear a camp. Nice little move by the Hoodwink we saw there as well, stacking the Mud Golem camp for Satyrs with the last 3 seconds of the Observer Ward, which is now expired. All the little things, little nuanced moves you can make.
Yeah, and we have 30 seconds until the Wisdoms. This is where you guys start making your moves if you're contesting, if you're invading. Let's see what the mid players are doing if they're getting involved. Some harass being done onto the Dawnbreaker up top, but maybe they can turn this around. They're going on the Hoodwink again.
Straight back in with a rebound. Yeah, Crit brought within an inch of his life, and now Storm zipping in to maybe look for the bonus kill. Crit turns and fights back to kill off the Marcy. So Skitter getting something out of nothing there, and Storm, and the rotation so far, not paying off. Wisdom Shrines, I mean, Skitter's coming to contest this one. Mac is pretty low on mana. Skitter's going to realize a 1 versus 2 plus illusion fight is one that he can't take.
And not quite. Malrine didn't have time to get over there. He did, however, find a stack in the enemy jungle, so he's going to try and steal this quickly and then get out of here. He's going to be just fine to do so.
Sneaky. But the jump burrow away, but there are 3 members of Nemesis ready and waiting to strike.
Good rotation by Jing coming in as well. Already
steal
been
our
part
stacks to steal your life.
Yeah, Jing has been part of 7 kills already. That's crazy.
Wow.
Every single kill has happened on the back of this Marcy.
That's incredible, yeah. 1, 2, and 6. What a great old time. And yeah, we yet to see Dawnbreaker be actively involved. Now, of course, does have Solar Guardian, so can jump around the map and join when need be. And it might be down on this bottom rune spot as Malrine is being zoned out by Mac and Eris. Arrow comes in, but this Epicenter already going, and the rebound back in puts them in harm's way. Malrine has backup arriving, but he's already been slain. There's the spear, though, to take down Raven as Amar comes in as a bit of a cleanup crew to maybe find another with the Mars Arena, catches 2 inside. Down goes Jing, a double kill for Amar, and Eris in trouble as well, has to leap to the high ground. Amar, 7-1, spear, not enough damage, he knew it.
That worked out better than I expected at first. The Sand King went in very bravely, stunned the ground, Marine tips Amar for cleaning up that situation though. Nice patience by him as well, not using the arena immediately. When he entered the fight, he held it for a long time, making sure that he gets the most value since, you know, supports weren't running wide just yet. Don't need to throw the arena, then finally uses it to prevent them.
Now though, this rebound. I mean, TA doesn't have a blink. She doesn't need one when she has Marcy on her team, jumping right on top of Amar to take down the beast.
Yeah, also threw him back into a trap, so it's just horrendous for him. No movement speed at all. Can't get out of that situation.
Well, this is where the tempo really picks up, Waga. You know, Storm Spirit is now contesting enemy stacks and ancients. Malrine is trying to get what he can, guarded by this Chen, but already a very congested area of the map as Falcons bring 4 members from mid down to bottom to try and protect the ancients.
I think they're happy to leave the Weaver alone right now, saying that he's tanky enough, he should be fine, and you know, he can now build a lot of experience, build a little bit of a lead. He is level 8.5, so flying ahead in this game. Steeder off to a good start.
Equally though, Raven pretty happy to stay up here as well, right? Can keep getting farm going and then also have the opportunity to Solar Guardian. Like, it's not an easy lane for the Dawn, but it's still getting farm and XP and then this chance to join fights opposite side of the map.
Yeah, for sure. This is what Dawnbreaker wants to do, just be ready to join whenever, so she has that ulti ready, and that's going to be something that Falcons have to play around the entire game. Keeping in mind when she has ulti, and sometimes you need to just poke and force the Dawn reaction. You might see that on mid lane though, and initiation with it. Yeah,
Storm zips in right onto crit. Well, that Solar Guardian, easy work, and multiple towers are being pressured, not just pressured, but killed at the same time, which is reasonably unheard of, and that's just the amount of pressure and strength that Nemesis are projecting right now. Malrine, though, is going to get a nice deny in there. And Jing, caught out here by Amar and Snaking, teleporting out, successfully back home. Eris is going to leap out of the arena now as it disappears.
Got
one more to escape. The spear comes, but it's not going to do enough.
Good leap in time there. Gets himself to safety. Nice start here for Nemesis, though, coming in with all this tempo from the first blood, from the first fight. They transitioned that into taking 2 early towers from a good laning stage. Question is, when are they gonna crack that top tower? Will TA get involved? Or is Storm kind of eyeing the top area?
Just very systematic so far. Objective to objective. Getting all this early gold, super important. And for Storm in particular, who wants this early Orchid, we mentioned that in the draft. Against the 3, I mean, hell, against all 5 of Falcon's heroes, this Orchid's going to give a lot of impact for Mac. And of course, then you want your TA to be picking up all these little bits and bobs. Dragonlance already done.
Yeah, both for the Falcon Blades and Dragonlance, pretty standard. Get yourself enough mana. And already he's playing a bit cautiously down there. Xtreme gets snagged, but he does have to use it immediately to get out of that situation as well. So might not be able to do too much with the haste rune. However, he might be doing a lot more with a blink dagger that he's still keeping hidden on his courier. Fearful that anyone might see him have it. You know, he's holding it away.
I'm really far behind, guys. I couldn't possibly have a blink dagger
so
yet.
Poor. Laning against Storm was so hard.
Well, that's the image he's selling, right? That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Was it Sun Tzu?
Smoke.
Sun Tzu, right? Pretend you're weak when in fact you're strong.
Exactly. I mean, that's very true. No, a lot of my teammates pretend that they're strong when they're weak, in fact, and they push alone, and then they die on the tower.
Yeah, I've got 4 teammates behind me right now, for sure.
Classic.
Skitter gonna walk straight through a bunch of invis heroes there, skittering off to the left-hand side of this bottom lane as Nemesis set up through the Moonlight Shadow to try and find someone. Amar and Snaking, they've been scouted. Murana jumps out, but Sanctum jumps in. Arena's good with a spear, but the Dawnbreaker's coming in to heal up the TA. Akashi dropping so quickly though as the Weaver zooms in and kills off the TA as the Storm Spirit does get a trade-off kill. Mars taken down, Jing about to drop, Skitter getting so much work done. Can he get out of here? He's fine, yeah. Time lapses away from the Murana as Crit is able to turn around and get Skitter a double kill. Dawnbreaker and Storm jumping up to this high ground to escape from the Sand King, but Mac is out of mana. Marine's got his number now. The Blink Dagger comes in big as Falcons sweep through a 4-for-1.
That was really surgical by them. They just pinpoint that TA was the great target, and unfortunate for him, he didn't really have the cooldown ready on Refraction to stay alive through the fight. He had it pre-cast, but perhaps not early enough for the fight. So he died with 0.5 seconds remaining on his cooldown on Refraction. Otherwise, might have been able to turn that fight around, deal some damage. Because if TA dies, a lot of their continuous damage is gone. Like, she brings so much DPS to the team fight, and they just did a great job isolating her at first.
Yeah, like Storm's mana pool only goes so far. Once he's out of that, lights out.
Yeah, and then we see a chase potential of a Weaver and a Hoodwink hunting the backline together. No way to run away from a Weaver at this stage if you don't have good teammates nearby, like pick me up.
Even just the positioning that they started in, right? Weaver and Hoodwink skipping past the tower to go behind the wave. Or hello, Orchid reveal on the Weaver. A lot of damage coming his way, and Skitter gets obliterated. Some shouts of intro boys in the crowd as Nemesis had a very good early lead, but falter in that first big team fight of the game. Picking the pace back up is always nice to see.
Yeah, definitely. And this Orchid could completely the correct choice in this game, having more silence to catch the Weaver we already talked about in the draft. Oh, hello, are they going on Storm? This is dangerous, but you want to fight him.
Storm
used all his mana.
Completely, but he's got Moonlight Shadow. It's all right.
I think they're a little bit worried about taking a fight without their carry right now. Morales staying under a ward, though.
A jump back in from Marine there. With a Yule Scepter to the sky, sets up the spear for Amar, and the Marcy trying to jump in and maybe make a meal of that, maybe save the Mirana, but could have put herself in harm's way. Sneaking in Amar, quick on the chase with Marine jumping high ground. They've got the catch on Marcy. Easy as you like.
Ooh,
Mac
nice.
Gives an option to jump away to, but still dead.
Yeah, he knocked him out of the air. So using the God's Rebuke, since it's a forced reposition, it stops Marcy's jump. That's really cool, cool mechanic there.
So nice.
Quickly stopping him. You also have to be careful with Marcy. If you use your rebound on Storm and Storm uses Ball Lightning, then it disjoints and you won't even get to jump. So it can be a bit tricky to combo sometimes. Storm, now the targets.
Oh, you've got to be so careful here, Nemesis.
Ooh. They didn't see him.
So I guess for me, when I saw these drafts, this was the period where I thought Nemesis would start getting even faster, like going with Storm, going with a Stormbreaker. But Falcons have really thrown a wrench in the works with that team fight in the bottom right corner. Tier 1 dead. And now Chen's map control becomes much more apparent, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they're playing around their ultis in a really good way, using the Mars or the threat of the Mars. The arena is so good at catching people at this stage. And Nemesis not able to crack the top tier 1 tower. Like I posed the question, like when are they going to open that part of the map? They never were able to do it. Yeah. Having the Deso though on TA, you really want to start taking control of the map and get access to more of those ancient camps. Because farming jungle creeps is fine and all, but it's truly the ancients that are the big resource, and Weaver is already doing that. He's farming top ancients easily. A lot of attention to bottom lane. Marine running down there. He's only 1100 gold away from a full Aghanim Scepter now.
And we're going to see some deja vu down here. Crit's going to start things off, and it looks like Jing's going to just escape as Marine, the epicenter, off the mark completely. Good reset by Nemesis there to skip away from danger. And, well, now, maybe turn around on this SK with a good arrow into Storm Zip. They've just ripped Marine apart.
Oh, wow.
Great little bait and switch.
Yeah, the Dawnbreaker ulti may have been a bit over the top. I think he actually was very, very dead to rights, but of course easy to say for us. We see everything. They didn't really know what they were jumping into. But of course Weaver happily farming meanwhile all this is happening, but Malrine not having the best game so far.
Yeah, I feel like if you ask them there, right, the Dawn, everyone on this team is like, we would much rather the Dawn jump in here and there'd be nobody than there'd be everybody and Dawn not jump in.
better safe than sorry is a very real thing when you play pro games. Sometimes you just, you know, you double tap that. You don't want to, you know, give them any chance to get away with their mid player when he should be dead to rights.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now maybe exposed though. Raven gonna get spotted by Amar. Again with his Yules into pushback combo, God's Rebuke and Spear, all the control in the world to allow Skitter here to join the party, get Malrine involved, take down the Dawnbreaker with no answer from Nemesis.
Nice combos. Really nicely done. I also liked seeing, by the way, that Crit purchased an early shard on the Hoodwink. That's interesting to me. A lot of people go for like a Rod of Aethys or something, especially against the Mirana and Storm. I would have expected as well, but he says no, this shard, it's so much damage. It helps him, you know, burst people even harder, and they do want a little bit of extra DPS coming in the fights.
All that extra spell damage adds up quickly when you've got two of these tanky spell casting cores in the Mars and the Sand King. They're going to be involved, staying alive for a long time. And his Roshan's pretty low. Storm Spirit, Mirana, both pretty adept at getting into the pit as Mac tries it. Roshan did, but skidding into the Aegis. Now the Spear hits the Storm up against the side. Going to zip himself out of the arena as Malrine comes back in. The big damage on the Jing. Malrine stays alive with the Essus Ring. Mac somehow TP's back to Fountain. An absolute bloodbath in the pit. Nemesis lose 3. Falcons get the Aegis.
Yeah, and this was the concerning part for me as well. The Mars Arena, it just nullifies the TA's effect essentially in the fights. Look at her damage. She did 480 damage. So
I didn't see the TA that fight. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the thing. Like this fight just misfired completely because of that. It's very hard to commit in a tight area like this. Yeah, you get in there, almost got the Aegis steal, right? This looks all nice, but look at TA.
Where is she?
Cannot get in.
Oh, there.
She cannot do any damage because Arena is preventing her. Otherwise, she could have helped burst down that Sand King.
Wow. And now Roshan, the Tormentor, all the dominoes are top lane for Falcons in a good way. Sneaking with a shard now. And an immediate smoke. They want to go and find another
It's the
big
Wisdom
move.
Wisdom invasion, kind of classic. Dota is a little bit in a scripted way right now. You go objective to objective, and this is very natural. So I think Nemesis kind of know this as well. They're gonna give up the Wisdom, but that sets them even for. Oh, they're fighting it.
They're jumping in. Akashi with Jing.
Okay, the shrine. It works out. Arrow gonna be tanked by the big Scepter, the hero.
Snaking Junior the third.
One of the few creeps who tanks an arrow and lives.
Jimmy John. Oh, crit. A couple of hits to the back of the head. Not enough to completely finish off the Hoodwink there.
Scurries to the high ground. Gonna get a miss as well there.
And now we're in kind of an awkward map position for Nemesis. Like Storm is bottom right corner, wants to farm to BKB, can't really be involved. This is where, you know, ideally Dawnbreaker would want to be, and then join on the opposite side of the map. Yep. And this comes back to a point you've made several times now. Top Dire Tier 1. Chen has kept us alive.
Yeah, that's the imbalance on the map right now. All the Radiant Tier 1 towers are gone, but they are holding on to that one tower up top, and not only a little bit, they actually have full HP on that Tier 1 as well, so you've got good control on the map, as it is always so important in Pro Dota. The more you can own of the map, the more you're naturally going to farm. TA is trying to, you know, offset this. She's getting up here, has the Blink Dagger, so she wants to start poking the tower and like somehow crack this. Pretending that she's strong, completely alone. Has the Dawnbreaker, so I guess you're never completely alone.
Yeah, you've got to help. Some big items arriving though. BKBs on both sides. Mars with one, Storm with another.
And
Aghanim Scepter Sanking.
Yeah. The Ag Sanking is a lot of damage this early on. It's hard to fight into. And once he gets Shivas, I mean, he's going to be a monster. What's the build looking to be? Oh, they're going Shivas on the Mars right now is queued up. Hope we don't have a double Shivas purchase here, because right now both of them are queuing up the Veil. They want to catch up top.
That's a good jump onto Raven. Arrow's gonna slide in and hit Amar. Does that combo break and allow the Dawnbreaker to escape with the Marcy jump to the high ground? Beautifully done.
did cost them their Dawnbreaker ulti, but Sanking ulti was equally expended there, so very nice for them on the side of Nemesis. I thought they would for sure lose the Dawnbreaker, but they find a way to get her out of there.
A little more time, a courier snipe.
I mean, the arrow.
BKB's coming out for the TA soon.
Yeah. That arrow was MVP right there. Reese with the aim.
Yeah, I thought it was going to hit the Chen creep, honestly, and then Amar kind of walked back into it.
Yeah, I think he didn't really see it until it was too late. He was trying to set up.
Yeah. Bit of a scramble here, though, as Nemesis needs to push out these lanes. Mid gets shoved. Top is taken up by the Dawnbreaker, so maybe we can get onto that tier 1. And top rune and invis.
So at least soon, this Aegis is going to be gone for Skeeter. And he didn't go for a BKB, so this is where Nemesis will have a window where they can maybe find that clutch kill before BKB is completed on him and when Aegis is down. But he just still have it for 20 more seconds, so they're going to have to concede the bottom tier 2. Falcons have made so much happen on the back of this this Roshan.
That's some big tower damage. And it was like a 6 or 7k lead not that long ago. So Nemesis have done a decent job at finding a bit of additional farm here to maybe level the playing field a bit. Now scanning in front of themselves.
Heading in. BKB on the Mars, Blink, and Yule Scepter. Hard catch, but
can he react in time? No, he cannot. It just happens so quickly.
That's really nice. Mirana ulti as well to just kind of cover their tracks, make sure they don't get picked up on the way.
And Chen has started picking up the boys, the Prowler, our ancient Prowler Acolyte, with lifesteal and HP regen.
Yeah, get the little extra regen aura. It's a lot of nice auras being carried here. The 12% CDR from the Time Warp. I mean, that ancient Frostbitten Golem. I think there's no creep I would rather have next to me. It just feels amazing. CDR, sign me up, dude. Amazing feeling.
Do they see Raven? No. I heard Malrine. I see him now. Yeah, you're right. I heard Malrine pop in the epicenter, looking for a target. Raven gonna walk straight into them.
They did have the little ward, so he was just waiting to make sure they had people behind him to follow up on his stun.
You're right. They did have vision. 40 seconds without your Dawn, and now Storm gets caught on a rune. Mana pool or
Wait, Crit is there.
He's under vision, and Crit, where did you come from, you little termite? Out of the woodwork, literally comes out of a tree, teleports behind you, nothing personnel, Storm kills you.
He was in the trees all along.
How was he there? Where did he come from?
Just a sneaky boy. Got a glimmer cape on that Hoodwink, so he's doing his best to just roleplay as a little ninja here.
It's a squirrel!
Yeah, ninja squirrel.
It's a squirrel!
With a gun. Actually, a crossbow, I guess, but the next cosmetic for a crossbow is gonna be a gun. Make it sniper.
What is it? Was it minus mode with the witch doctor, Capri Sun, and a gun?
Oh yes, Capri Sun and gun, the distractor. I want all these things.
Oh god!
One day we'll have them.
One day. Oh, this is where the map gets real small for you. Ancient's getting cut out. Yeah, you draw all the circles on the map that you want, but Nemesis reclaiming this territory is going to be pretty challenging.
It's difficult, but they have some big power spikes as well. They have a fresh BKB that they haven't used on the TA. BKB is coming off cooldown soon for the Storm. Combine these things, they have the gem as well. Do like that Nemesis picked up that early gem to kind of get them out of the situation.
Squirrel. Dead. Roadkill.
I like all the trees that die just by them auto-attacking Hoodwink. Because all the redirects on the auto-attack. Yeah. Storm cut some of them by ulting around, but then it's just all the auto-attacks cutting down the trees. Is Hoodwink responsible for deforestation? Is Hoodwink the bad guy?
Yes. Yes. Hoodwink is the titular villain and evil person in the 90s Superman cartoon, Captain Planet.
There we go.
All those evil corporations burning down the forests. It was Hoodwink. The reason they have those rings of love, earth, wind, power, fury, whatever the hell they had. That's because of Hoodwink.
It's Timbersaw's villain. A henchman. Oh.
No, Timbersaw is the henchman. Hoodwink is the actual...
Oh, it's the master. Oh, I see.
The mastermind behind it all.
Both teams posturing here, trying to hold good position. Smoke coming in from Falcons, but on the high ground, they're waiting.
The Granite Golem.
Leading the way.
Who does he see? He sees the storm. They caught the TA. Dawnbreaker ulti comes in to turn around. Malrine trying to jump out there with his BKB in hand. Oh god, gets a bit of distance. Amara still in the thick of things here as the BKBs dissipate and wear out. The Dawnbreaker is going to TP out.
But the blink from Mars, he has ulti still. He could maybe catch people.
Another jump, another move, an arrow connect in, so Jing will make a swift escape. And Nemesis get out of there without any losses.
Still chasing the TA. She doesn't have BKB anymore. They're all close by.
Pike ready. It's just going to be a blink into the trees and TP kind of deal.
Yeah, good read. Good read gets out snaking spots that Roshan is up. Of course, Nemesis also know this, having TA on their team. It's an awkward timing though. Roche respawning when 30 seconds are remaining, so now you need to take control of the bottom area. He's gonna move soon. Already you see all Falcons swinging down here.
And both teams with gems is going to be a case of who gets there first gets to set up with the vision.
Yeah. Sort of a wraparound move coming in from Nemesis. I think they're expecting everyone to be bottom, so they're going in through mid.
Storm zipping up onto the Chen on this high ground. They've got a good two-man bushwhack though. Crit is going to get forced away by the Marcy and the TA, but now they're pinned. The spear comes in. Amar saves Crit, but not for long. They'll turn on the Jing. Skitter needs to open up with the damage now. Spots a target and goes forward with Malrine getting an insane two-man stun. Epi burrow through them all. Nemesis lose 3 heroes in a row, and I'm looking at this Amar's chasing and looking for more. Mac might be in danger with a gem on Amar. They see the storm, and they force the BKB TP.
It's such an Amar move to just bonk him anyway. He's like, get out of here. You know?
It's like, a stay in fountain longer kind of move.
Actually, it's just like, get out. We own this place. You know, that was a really, really sad fight for one particular reason for Nemesis. Yeah, okay, you lost a lot of heroes, but why? The Dawnbreaker ulti just came off cooldown as the TA died. It was on CD. And by the way, her BKB TP also gets forced. Amar is just the Nightfall instigator here. He's forcing all of them home, chasing them. But yeah, not having the Dawn ulti, it completely made that fight impossible. I do think the coordination was a bit off on Nemesis. They didn't jump the Chen with 3 heroes. They jumped with 2. TA went on a different target, splitting their resources, and didn't burst anybody.
So is this Amar trying to make his own The Play video? You know, what's the answer to the black hole? Or it's Light of Heaven with the Ravage, blah, 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 whatever it is. It's just Amar going around. What's the answer to the Nightfall? It's Amar with his God's Rebuke hitting people.
He's the question to the Nightfall, you know. He makes them do it all the time, and then those BKBs go low duration on them. Does not feel nice.
And that's where that Time Warp aura comes in handy. More spells.
Oh yes, of course. Time Warp Tormentor can be taken again. So they got the first Roche Torm, get the second Roche Torm. Now the net worth leads up to 12k, and this is going to be Shard for Malrine. I mean, that's just more damage. More damage around this epicenter. Feels amazing. I like that we had double Shivas queued up and then neither of them went for Shivas. I was concerned we're going to see 2 Shivas, but none of them ended up going for it so far. Mars is now queuing it up again. Might be his next time.
Maybe that's how they resolve disputes. Oh, Marana. Yeah, picked off easily. Yeah, both of them want something, but there's only one of it, and Aoi just comes in and says, neither of you can have it. If you can't play nicely, you can't play at all.
That's how it is.
Good 2 ancient granite golems. He's got a family of granite golems.
He does. And a little Centaur Courser. He's here, just cruising, bringing the magic resistance.
Oh, this is difficult now. I mean, you're losing a tier 3 here.
Yeah, I mean, it's banner. You can't do much about it. You get the aggro pull, but tower is dropping. Weaver with Aegis, you can't really go on him. Rama's still dead for 5. Not the fastest push, but it is dropping. You have to do something if you want to hold on to this, but I think they might just drop here or drop the Rex here.
It just feels unstoppable. Like at this point, you know, TA's pushing top, Storm can try and shove mid. You can't
TA
really
50
defend.
gold from Daedalus. It's a really big power spike. She has it now. They want to fight with it. Daedalus being delivered. See the intentions. They know the same thing is going to happen mid, so they need to break the cycle. Nice.
That's some big damage. That's a big hit from the TA. So we'll clear the wave here, and then is it a straight up smoke? They're already pre-smoked. Coming out of that top lane before the mid wave was even killed, but Skitter was there to spot them.
Yeah, not the easiest here to go first on with the Chen heal and the Aegis. Doesn't feel like a great target. They almost need to bring down a Mar. Like, if they can chain stun and burst this Mars, then TA knows that she can deal a lot of damage with the Daedalus, not being stopped by the arena.
The gem gonna trade hands. Amara and Mallory have been passing it between each other.
Looks like Mallory is going for the refresher next. The big thing about the Sand King build, by the way, is that supports just, they evaporate. When you pop ulti and blink in, like, they just disappear. It's not so much that he's good at killing the cores. Well, he does do a lot of damage to them as well, but good luck being a lowly little Mirana when you get jumped by this. You take way too much damage.
And then instead of going for that Shiva's Guard, he's slotted in a Ghost Scepter there at the Sand King. So that's protection from the TA. And the TA is the one who's going to get jumped immediately anyway. Caught up in the chain stuns, not a chance to react with the BKB, and dead for the better part of 90 seconds.
Yeah, they didn't have Storm there. In an awkward way, it was Storm pushing top, not the Dawnbreaker. So I think if Storm was there, they would try and turn with Dawnbreaker ulti, but now dropping TA, no buyback on her. I mean, thank God they have the tier 2 top, but this might just be mid-racks into, you know, poking for more. Maybe they will even hit for the tier 4s a bit.
They'll get a lot of value out of this, Falcons, that's for sure. So what do you reckon? That's like a procedural error? The wrong heroes in the wrong place?
Yes, I mean, it's not ideal. It's not what you want to have happen.
Well, again, this push isn't tremendously fast, so it looks like Falcons are hunting for further kills deeper in the base. Raven dropped to half health. Brought out there by the Marcy is now a good arena will force double BKB. Oof, oh, that's a price to pay, and you've not even fought back or defended anything. You lose buildings, you lose your BKBs, and Falcons, they come out with everything.
Yeah, they do. Oh, Mars going in.
Amar? You keep going on this, Marcy. Straight forward. Get the spear there. Got too big to push her around, holding his BKB, while Skitter comes in to have a bit of a play with this as well.
Yeah, in meantime, the creeps are pushing out the top lane as well, making sure the creep wave is coming in. Of course, the tier 2 tower, next objective. But that little move going in an arena, well, a big move, I should say, really sets them back on the side of Radiant. Now they have BKB cooldowns. At least Dawnbreaker has Refresher. So she can, like, ulti in, quick refresh BKB, and then she can ulti again. So for her, not the massive problem, but Marcy not having her BKB, I mean, that was the only thing she had. BKB and ulti, and hit people.
Skitter. Get jumped. As a hand of God with some million saves coming in, Skitter stays alive. The Dawnbreaker tries to hammer down on him. Amar with a pullback up, and Malrine in with a 3-man burrow into spear, and the damage is just too much to handle. Call GG, you're out of here. The Nemesis tap out of that one as Falcons slam the door on them in game 1.
Dear Lord, that was a beautiful thanking ulti, the damage. But yeah,